Cara, smile, please. You can make smile, Jack. Make smile with me. Come on, let us
The Braedale band have very distinctive purple uniforms. They were formed in 1893, which I think is the same year as the Lanimer Procession. The current members aged between 9 and 70 have become a familiar sight of the Lanimers. They play all around the borders and they played in Italy. The conductor is Peter Hayes. Fighting and drums to the Royal Scots Borders 1st Battalion Royal Regiment of Scotland. Followed by the Braedale Band. Welcome Staff-Line Police Mountain Band. Kenny Samuel and Scott Jarvie. And behind the band, Lord Cornet Brian Roth and his supporters, President Jordan McGregor, ex-Lord Cornet Kenny Douglas, his right-hand man, and members of the Lord Cornet Club, looking splendid as usual on their horses. Good morning, gentlemen. 3 cheers to the Lord Cornet. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! There were 2 carts coming behind the mounted Cornet. The first cart is driven by Gordon Hislop, who's a former standard bearer at Selkirk. It contains ex-Lord Cornet Jim Alexander and George Douglas from Biggar. Welcome, gentlemen. I think I recognise Joe Bambi, John Peacock rather. Jim Alexander, John Peacock and John Douglas. And behind them we welcome the Irvine Carters, driven by George Robertson. Captain Jim Robertson coming later. Welcome the boys from Irvine. Lovely to see you again. And some walking members of the Lord Cornet Club. Now leading the pipes and drums of the Colburn Pipe Man is Senior Drum Major Alan Morton. Alan's in his 2nd year as a senior. He carried on before him as a juvenile. He was world champion and Scottish champion. He's a member of Bob Holland Backing Pipe Band. Welcome, Alan. And Colburn Iowa Pipe Band will be coming for many years. They say over 100 years wearing the red blazer. Pipe Major Donald Williamson has been their pipe major for more than 25 years. Colburn Iowa Band. Behind the band, this is Sylvia Russell, the chairman of the Lanimer Committee, Robert Russell Cleary, Lord Lieutenant Gilbert Cox, Fire Master Andrew Wilson, Chief Superintendent Tim Love from Hamilton, local councillors, MSP Mary McNeil. A warm welcome to you all. And a very good turnout of visiting principals behind the Gildray. Jim O'Connor with his Gildray members. We've got visiting principals this year from Annan, Biggar, Curry, Dumfries, Innerleithen, Pennycook and West Linton. The flower of the youth of Scotland. Welcome to you. And the rest are carried by local volunteers, including Andrew Watson. Good morning, Andrew. And they're followed by the pipes and drums of Uddington Strathclyde. The 2nd visit, they wear the Princess Margaret Rose Star, branded in May 1968. So there will be a service in St Nicholas Church here on the 2nd, 5th of August to commemorate the granting of the freedom of the borough. There will be a commemorative conventicle on the 11th of May 2008. Very nice to see the association. There's a contact number and phone number in the brochure this year. The Regimental Museum is in Hamilton. The Cameronians, our local regiment. MSP1 on Her Majesty's Secret Service is an entry from St Mary's Lanimer Committee. It's Lanimer Day 2007 and some terrible news has arisen. Our Lanimer Queen with her sceptre and crown have vanished from Lanimer town. But do not worry, do not despair, for a secret weapon St Mary's have in their care, a man of wisdom, courage and style, with the Department of Helpers on file. M, the boss of MI6, is Q, the master of weapons in disguise, along with Miss Moneypenny, PA with love in her eyes. Look after our hero, our secret weapon, as he risks his life with this daring mission. Cheer on our hero as he searches the town to rescue our queen. Queen Jenna, her sceptre and crown. You may even see him in the morning procession, hopefully with the villains in his possession. Her Majesty's Secret, James Bond 007, please save our town in Lanimer tradition. Happy Lanimer, Queen Jenna, and course, let's hope this flag 007 has managed to thwart. The villains of the day, we know for a fact, are Oddjob 2, Jaws and Blofeld with cats. This likely trio has kidnapped our queen with sceptre and crown, wants to take over Lanimer and rule Lanark town. Enter James Bond. St Mary's Lanimer Committee on Her Majesty's Secret Service. Following St Mary's is the Scooby's Fright Night, which is entered by Pebble Patch and Friends. Scooby-Doo, where are you? At the Lanimers, of course. Scooby-Doo is a favourite of the young and old, and the children are dressed up as Scooby-Doo and his young nephew Scrappy-Doo, and our parents are the scary ghosts. But where is Fred, Shaggy and the girls? In the mystery machine, perhaps. Pebble Patch is a local volunteer parent and toddler group. They meet in the Memorial Hall twice a week, and the children start at birth and go up to 5 years old. So we've got a few friends with us this year. All the children are very excited and been practicing shouting Scooby-Dooby-Doo! Scooby-Dooby-Doo! The Last Chance Saloon is put in by Kirkbank Community Association. They've not had a Lanimer entry for a number of years, but the community is pulled together to make this happen. All the children and some parents are really excited about dressing up as cowboys, cowgirls, saloon girls, and of course Indians. Children in the primary school have been working on this as a school project. And there will also be our very own granddad dressing up as Chief Sitting Bull. Welcome, Kirkbank Community Association. Let's hope the weather is good with a great day with the cowboys and Indians. Yee-haw! Now, the Gala Day gang are presenting Fratman and the Lanark superheroes. Holy Lanimer Fratman. It seems like the Lord Cornet is trying to steal the Lanimer Queen's crown. Can Fratman and the heroes stop him before the crowning ceremony? Will the penguin get to the crown before him? Why are Fratman's pants from the outside? And where did he get these wonderful toys? The Batmobile and Batcave. The Gala Day gang. Batman and the local superheroes. And Here's followed by Clydebank Borough Band, which was established in 1829. Originally it was Talker Brass Band and then Clydebank Brass Band, and in 1906 they changed their name to Clydebank Borough Band. We're very pleased to have them because they've a very busy summer, competitions and gala days. They're very welcome visitors. Nice to see Clydebank Borough Band again. Holiday Gang and Stratman and the Lanark Superheroes. Followed by Clydebank Borough Band. I see the band have got a new member. Or perhaps it's two new members. Following Clydebank Band, Stanmore House School presents a golden celebration. This is the 50th anniversary of Stanmore House School. The float is a giant 3-tiered birthday cake. Ice sparkly in capability Scotland's colours of purple and green. There's a revolving 50 on top of the cake. You'll have to look very high to see it. There are also various fans on the float to allow a great number of paper ribbons to stream out from the cake. 50th birthday deserves a special party, so all the guests are dressed in gold. Gold dresses and collaros for the ladies and girls, gold tails and top hats for the gentlemen, and very nifty gold waistcoats for the boys. Just to make sure it all goes with a bang, we have a huge bottle of champagne with some glasses on a push and pull trolley. You don't want to miss our golden birthday entry. Stanmore House School, a golden celebration. Well done, Stanmore. Now we have Little Russia from CJ Productions. It's 20 years before the Russian Revolution, and the Little Russians are parading around the streets of Moscow to attend the Festival of Flowers, which welcomes the coming of summer. Children with decorated groups, little dancers from the Bolshoi Ballet, the festoon dances and proud Cossacks march beside the little church. This is Little Russia, the CJ Productions. The decorated hoops and the dancers from the Bolshoi Ballet with festooned arches. And the distinctive church, the Russian-style church. During this year's procession, there's going to be a collection taken to help to defray the cost for next year's procession. You may not know, but the annual budget approaches £20,000. That's why we're having a collection. The New Lanark Primary Parents Association have entered Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. They'll take you to Sweet Paradise with this entry, Charlie. The school has been inspired by Roald Dahl's best-selling children's book and the two films, following the journey of 5 children who win a tour of Willy Wonka's mysterious doors. Imagination runs free and wild, and we meet the strange Oompa Loompas who work at the factory that I've never seen going in and out. 5 lucky children are Augustus Bruce, Veruca Salt, Violet Beauregard, Mike TV, and Charlie Bucket. They also meet Charlie's grandparents in their bed, so old and tired they never get out of it. Treated to the magic of the famous chocolate factory meeting charisma Willy Wonka himself, and his chocolate empire completed. John Dillard chocolate fountain, lollipops, chocolate bars, candy cake. Look out too for the squirrels. The old Kealey adventure will leave many sweet memories. Now this is a new band, North Lanarkshire Schools Fight Band. Young people from all over North and South Lanarkshire. Born 2 years ago, led by Mike Major Stuart Smith, the captain is the spirit of North Lanarkshire. This is the first visit to Lanimer. Welcome North Lanarkshire Schools Band. So Kealey Club presents the 37th entry of the spectacular Buck Ball. I want you to picture a warm sunny day when the garden and all its flowers look gay. When the lady bees hum as they drone here and there and all sorts of insects are found everywhere. What's this we see slowly creeping along? Caterpillars coming to swell the throng. Slowly they move over the ground while nibbling at any leaves to be found. Into this picture the buzzy bees zoom, attracted no doubt by some heady perfume. Dressed in bright coats of yellow and black, they swarm all around, here, there and back. Now we meet something that could be quite scary. With 6 legs and so sometimes hairy, but our black spiders are a sight to behold, behaving themselves as good as gold. Next there comes something that's really bright, gentle wee ladybirds. A wonderful sight, in their bright red coats they scurry along. Come quick and look before they're gone. This year there are 100 children and 60 adults participating in the Kealey Club entry. We're moving again with the bees. A cheer for the bees and the ladybugs behind them. Followed by the butterflies. Ephemeral and delicate, it says here. The wee flowers at the back. And here comes the float. The Kealey Club. The spectacular bug ball. Ugly bug ball. The ugly buck ball. Medieval Braedale, who clearly are dressed for battle. Welcome Medieval Braedale, nice to see you again. And they're doing battle for our guest there. Now, Frida and friends are presenting this year a novel idea. What happens on your bookshelves during the night or when you're away? We know, and if you look closely at our bookshelves, you'll know too. We've got Treasure Island, Peter Pan, The Wind and the Willows, and Beatrix Potter, Angelina Ballerina, and many more that you can identify. Cinderella in her rags doing her chores and then dressed for the ball thanks to her fairy godmother. Jemima Puddleduck, Captain Hook, and Alec. Too many to mention, but they're all there meeting their friends and enjoying their time together. So next time you're packing your bookshelf, look very carefully, and you might just see someone climbing back to feed the page. A novel idea by Frida and friends. Now, the next group of people are young children from Belarus. They're guests of South Lanarkshire Council. They age between 8 and 11. A dozen children from the area of Chernobyl. They're staying for 14 days in South Lanarkshire in Loch Holland back with family. And for most of these children, it's their first time abroad. Give them a warm welcome, the children from Belarus. Following the children who are coming out of the procession now, the Primrose Orchestral Group. They've been championing the Scottish Fruit Band Association for 10 years running and 50 times in all. They're former world champions. They range in age from 10 to 60 plus, and they play a wide range of music from classical, TV, film themes and military marches. They play at many venues, including Stanmore House at their 50th anniversary. They played at the Edinburgh Festival. They play at Merrimack, and we're very pleased to welcome the Primrose Orchestral Group. Now, the Kingdom of Ice is presented by the G-Team. Survey our winter wonderland. Intricate joinery forms the base of our mountain in the centre of the lorry. The jagged outlines along the side and front of the mountain have been covered in silver of various hues, and hundreds of crystal and iridescent flowers add to the sparkle and depth of ice. First sight of the lorry is a magnificent polar bear pulling a magical, seemingly floating sleigh containing 2 ice warriors. Behind the sleigh, atop the mountain of ice, are the king and queen of the kingdom, each sitting on an ice-capped throne. At their feet, a gleaming staircase has been carved from the ice, and here nestles the kingdom's creatures, the snow tigers and the polar bears, small bundles of fur and fluff. The figures accompanying the lorry continue the icy theme adorned in pale blue satin and velvet, decorated by icy white trimmings. To the fore, the infant and adult princesses with full-flowing dresses and delicate detailed sleeves. At the rear of the lorry, completing the scene are the warriors in their splendid regalia. A happy Lanimer, the Kingdom of Ice by the G-Team. Captain Jack Sparrow is a pirate without a ship. He was robbed of his black pearl by a mutinous crew and he wants it back. Nothing will stop him, but Jack's quest turned out to be more difficult than he imagined when a rebellious governor's daughter, Elizabeth Swan, and blacksmith Will Turner get in the way. Recovering the black pearl isn't the end of Jack's adventures in the Caribbean. A ghostly covenant appears to remind him of a bargain he made 13 years ago. He's only almost saving himself, lies in possessing a treasure chest and the beating heart within. Ordering a typhoon in a pirate ship, Captain Jack has seawater and rum in his bay. There's such a dandy about him, but he's not bad. He's threatened to choke Elizabeth with a bluff. How could he kill a pretty woman? Daughter, but Port Royal Society bores her. She dreams of a life of adventure. 8 years ago, she glimpsed a pirate ship and her boys from England to Port Royal. This ship stood for everything she yearned for: excitement, danger and freedom. Will Turner, until he met Captain Sparrow, was a simple swordsmith. On our black pearl you'll see all of these characters and watch the story unfold. We trust you enjoy our entry as much as we've enjoyed constructing it. The Black Pearl, Jimmy, Ian, Jenna and Senga. The Black Pearl followed by the Robert Owen Memorial Primary School's entry, the Snow Queen. They have 87 children taking part, dressed in snow-themed costumes, not forgetting our 4 little unicorns. The entry is based on the mystical world of the Snow Queen. The Queen of the Snowflakes swimming in a majestic castle flanked by an army of princes and princesses. Depicted as a wintry wonderland with her chariot, beloved Pegasus, that carry her through the magical, sparkling land of make-believe. The Snow Queen, Robert Owen Memorial Primary School. children from the Rollins Memorial Primary School. Really a lot of work has gone into that. Memorial Primary School. The Snow Queen's taking a bow. Behind the Snow Queen are the Park Hall Pipes and Drums. Park Hall are some flight bands. This is their third visit to Lanimer, and they wear their own unique off-lower tartan. This was designed by Bill Kealey, who designed tartans for Scottish regiments, including the recently formed Royal Regiment of Scots. Pipe Major Robert Wilson and the Pipes and Drums of Park Hall. Welcome back to Lanimer. The Lanark Primary School Lanimer Committee presents Past Time. In days long ago, long before global warming, when young children played in the snow, snowman forming, when chimney sweeps danced as they whistled and sang, when ice skaters skated and old church bells rang. In Victorian times, when the Empire was strong, and nothing at all, it was thought, could go wrong. The children were innocent, carefree and gay. A policeman, if needed, would show them the way. Sub-zero temperatures, hail, snow and sleet, icy cold fingers, icy cold feet. So ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, it's Lanark's primary time to rejoice. And remember our days as they were long ago, a Victorian Christmas covered in snow. Lanark Primary School presents Past Time. Christmas tree, Victorian Christmas, past time, Lanark Primary School, Lanimer Committee. And now, kids of all ages present C. Lanimer BB. In case any of you older kids don't know what this is, ask any 2 to 7-year-old. We've chosen 4 of our favourites from CBBS, Teletubbies, Lazy Town, Tweenies and Balamori. We hope you'll all have as much fun watching the procession as we have being in it. And remember to ask, what's the story in Balamori? And we will reply, wouldn't you like to know? What's the story in Balamori? Wouldn't you like to know? Well, see Lanimer BB, kids of all ages. You'll recognise all your favourite characters there. Teletubbies, Lazy Town, Tweenies and Balamori. Happy Lanimers, everybody. Now we're about to welcome the Cranall Club's 4th entry. Cranall, for those who haven't noticed, is Lanark spelt backwards. And they're presenting Unbalo in Masharo, 2 to 60 years old. In try very hard to encourage teenagers to take part in it, and you'll see them perform down the street. The lorry has been built by 2 firemen, a retired electrical engineer, no juniors whatsoever. This year we've gone for material instead of flowers, this being an idea of some of our young folks. Hope it works. First we have our Braedale, followed closely by a very spectacular march leading up and over the bridge as we enter the ballroom. Colours of red, black and gold in the sunshine will look great. 130 people in the masked ball. There's a gap here because apparently the brakes on the lorry have failed, so perhaps a retired electrical engineer should have been a retired motor mechanic. Never mind. Welcome to the Cranal Club in Ballot in Mashero. That's a very elaborate construction. It's no surprise that the brakes are giving some problems. The masked ball in Ballot in Mashero by the Cranal Club. Ball. Now the band providing the music in the background is Coburn Silver Band, the only silver band left in Lanarkshire. They hold many titles and they're well known around the silver band circuit. Along with the other silver bands, they'll be playing in Castlebank Park this afternoon. Welcome, Coburn Silver Band. Now the band is followed by the Vancouver Shield, the Wallace Shield and the New Zealand Banner. And they're carried by the cadets of the 449 Lanark Squadron, the Air Training Corps. In 2003, 449 became the newest squadron in Scotland and it received its royal warrant. Covers a multitude of activities for young people aged 17 to 20 years, flying, gliding, adventure training, weekend camps, all kinds of sports at local and national level. The 449 Lanark Air Training Corps. Now the Queen's Herald, the first carriage, the crowning lady, Mrs. Margaret Kealey, and her companion, Mrs. McLellan. They're followed by the Queen's Herald. And on horseback, the first and second lords. Well done, young men. And then the carriages, the Lanimer sword, the sceptre, the proclamation bearer, sword bearer, the sceptre bearer, followed by the proclamation bearer and the crown bearer. Very well. No easy task. They're followed by the pipes and drums of Lanark and District, which is led for the first time by Pipe Major Stuart Chet. They've a mixture of the two bands, of a grade 2 band and a grade 3 band, and both bands will maybe be a year ahead. They play at lots of galleries and various competitions. Their captain is Modern Douglas. Lanark and District Pipe Band. Carriages are followed by the ladies in waiting from the different schools. There are 6 local schools that provide ladies in waiting, 2 each. And the Queen, of course, chooses her chief maid from her own school. The carriages come from local garages. We used to have a number of local garages, not quite so many now. The chief maids are in the last carriage there. And they're followed by the Queen's champion on horseback, Ian Cross, the yeoman of the guard on foot, and then the outriders. 2 outriders in front of the band and 2 behind. Now the band is our other local band, the Vale of Clyde Pipe Band. They have the honour this year of leading the Queen. They're a very busy band. They play many competitions and galas. They also play at Hampton at the Scotland home games. I don't think they went to the Faroe Islands last night. But let's hear it for the Vale of Clyde Pipe Band. They wear the Royal Stuart tartan. Vale of Clyde. Immediately behind the Vale of Clyde is our Lanimer Queen-elect, Jenna McLellan, with her 2 page boys, Lewis Dowie and Ross Mullen, and again the Guard of Honour, members of 449 Lanark Squadron Air Training Corps. The Queen-elect, Jenna, the sun's come out, and we have the other 2 outriders behind them.
and we'll have them, one and all.
She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, 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 yeah. Make you lost your love. That's all.
I'll take them all for next time. Shannon, watch that.
Just follow the street on, don't you, Neil?
Watch that step again. Take your time, watch that straight. Watch that. Watch that there, Darcy. You're my favourite two boys. Right, take my boys. Now.
Morning. Charlie Telford and Derek Walker. Escorted by the second Lord Barry McDowell from Lanark Grammar School, the two ladies in waiting from Lanark Grammar School, Sophie Walker and Ainsley Stark. Escorted by the First Lord Mark Allen from Lanark Grammar School, the two ladies in waiting from Lanark Primary School, Kay Cuthbertson and Chloe McNichol. Escorted by the second Lord, the two ladies in waiting from Kirkford Bank Primary School, Fiona McEwen and Kirsty Stewart. By the First Lord, the two ladies in waiting from Lanark Primary School, Jodie Lope and Anna Chippen. escorted by the second Lord from Robert Owen Memorial Primary School, Amy Conroy and Shannon Turner. Escorted by the First Lord, two ladies in waiting from St Mary's Primary School, Helen Martin and Sarah McLellan. Onto the stand is the proclamation bearer, Conor McEwen from St Mary's Primary. Hill from New Lanark Primary School. The two chief maids from St Mary's Primary School, Beth Marr and Sinead McDonnell Carr. Woman of the Guard from Lanark Primary School, Alan Mackenzie. The four outriders from Lanark Grammar School now take their position. Andrew Ralston, Ross Fitzgerald, Andrew McEvoy and Ali Bingham. And they are followed by the Queen's Ian Cross from Lanark Grammar School. Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, attended by her pages from St Mary's Primary School, Leslie Dowie and Ross Mullen, and escorted by the First Lord, Mark Allen, pray welcome your Lanimer Queen-elect for 2007 from St Mary's Primary School, Jenna McLellan. They are followed onto the dais by the crown bearer from St Mary's Primary School, Ronan Moore. The crowning ceremony will now take place.
Jenna, I crown you Lanimer Queen 2007. May you always remember this very special day.
The band will now play Cornet. The sceptre is presented to the Queen by Mark Young. The sword is presented to the Queen by Stephen Hill. At the First Lord, McLellan, will read the Royal Proclamation.
Whereas it has come to our knowledge that many of our faithful and devoted subjects desire to know our royal mind concerning divers important questions, we do desire that our royal will and pleasure be promulgated, set forth and made known in the following proclamation. That all our subjects strive to live in peace, charity and goodwill towards one another, that a love of truth be cherished, that a respectful and ready obedience be given to all parents, teachers and all those placed in authority, that animals in all places in our dominion shall be kindly treated, that no birds shall be maimed and none of their nests shall be molested, that, lastly, all our faithful and devoted subjects appear before us each year at our Lanimer Festival, and that any person found guilty of disobeying its provisions shall incur our royal displeasure. Given at our court at Lanark this 7th day of June, in the year of our Lord 2007, Jenna, Lanimer Queen, hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip!
The band will now play a fanfare as the Union Jack is raised by the chairman of the Lanimer Committee. Now the results from this year's procession, motorised large section. First was the spectacular buck ball by the Kealey Club. Second in Ballo in Mashero by the Cranwell Club. Third was a golden celebration by Stanmore House School. And fourth, Lanark Primary School fast time. And first in the motorised small category was Black Pearl, presented by in the motorised small tableau, the pageant section, first was on Her Majesty's Secret Service by St Mary's Lanimer Committee. Second, the Kingdom of Ice by the G team. And third, A Novel Idea by Braedale and Brent. The non-motorised large section, first the Snow Queen, Robert Owen Memorial Primary School. Non-motorised small, first Little Russia by CJ Productions. Second, Lanimer CBBs by kids of all ages. Third was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory by New Lanark Primary School Parents Association. And fourth was Scrooby's Fright Night, the Pebble Patch and Totter Group. First in the humorous section was Trackman and the Lanark Superheroes by the Galladay Group. First in the newcomer section, The Last Chance Saloon by Kirkcudbright Community Association. And first in the costume pageant section, Dress for Battle by Medieval Clydesdale. And now the overall winners. The Wallace Shield for overall open was won by Barrow in Mashero by the Cranwell Club. Shield for the overall schools competition was won by the Snow Queen by Robert Owen Memorial. And the Silver Bell Trophy for the most outstanding entry on the move was the Kingdom of Ice by the GT. Now will a representative of the GT please come forward to receive the photograph? The winners of the Silver Bell Trophy. Your Majesty, the winners list is now complete. Ladies and gentlemen, let us now pay homage to the realm. The band will play God Save the Queen. will now leave the stand. Remember, the event at Castle Line this afternoon.